Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in once again, Making a Mark with Atara Estes. And on today's show, and I'm a businessman, I want to be able to share with you all of the wonderful things that are taking place. I want to thank you for tuning in for our first week last week of launching or relaunching of our podcast. This podcast, and I continue to going to make the mistake and say radio show because I do have a different segment on Sound the Alarm Outreach. So when I say radio show, that is the mishap, but podcast is what I'm referring to for Making a Mark today. And as we talk about, I'm a businessman on today's show, we get to dive in deeper about the businesses that are going on for myself and for many others. And what I'm so excited about that I was able to expand it from being longer than just the 15 minutes segments, because that was getting my feet wet, trying to get my bearings together, trying to really see exactly what it is that I wanted to do and to move forward to make this very productive time and making it very meaningful for you all to be able to have meaningful content and be able to apply some of the tools that we will be sharing throughout the podcast segments. I am excited because this has allowed me to step in other areas that I probably would have stayed in a different comfort zone. Being a small business entrepreneur as myself, I am a single mother of two. I try to have multiple streams of income, and for those who can relate, it's meaningful to have income coming in at all aspects, so it's not just paycheck to paycheck, because not only do I have my business, part-time businesses on the side, but I also work a full-time job. And when I'm able to distinguish which need to be focused on, I felt the need to create the podcast to kind of give me some type of advertisement and give some spotlight to what I'm actually doing, because I'm in so many different places and spaces that I really can't stay online to filter through each and everything, because I want to be respectful to the clientele that I have and the products and services that I am producing and bringing forth to make it be as a professional. I want to be a business of excellence, a woman of excellence, and I'm definitely a woman of God. So I want to be able to show those things from the greeting, that you feel like she knows what she's talking about, she knows what she's doing. And I'm actually here to learn from you all who have experience in being an entrepreneur, solopreneurs, or which aspects of definition that you want to call it. I support any and all small businesses that are in this industry, that's in this line of work, because it's not a 9-to-5. It is something that you do. And for those who have taken the reins to go from a full-time job and come over to the full-time of entrepreneurships, I tip my hat off to you, because that is not an easy task. That is a risk area, but I'm going to find a way of trying to still juggle, because I have, like I said, two young ladies who are always in my pocket, who always have a need. And if you understand young adults, that asking of mom, need, I have to make sure that my household is taken care of. And then we will have the chance to actually sit back and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So there's a lot to ask of me, and there's a lot of things asked of my daughters. And what I do ask of other people is to respect my time. If I give you time and I'm giving you a service, I ask that you respect that. And I think that we need to put that in our day-to-day task when we're conducting business, because we always seem to kind of go away. And I'm talking about Black ownership. We kind of get a bad rep when we're not on time, and when our products may cost more than the other person down the street. And you have to understand some of the logistics that comes with that. If our products and services might be a little bit more expensive because we have more taxes that we have to pay out, and there's more for us to kind of put in to be able to handle our demand, And for those companies who already have all the monies and the finances to supply those needs, their demand is a little bit different, so they can lower the cost to get some of their products off of their shelves. So we're going to really be diving in a little bit more intricate details, because I get to learn more about my businesses as I share it out with you, and I get to learn more about your businesses and the different pros and cons that comes with it. Now, what I will be sharing is not the Bible, so I'm not asking you to take everything that I'm saying about building out your business, but I'm definitely going to tell you, make sure that it's legit, make sure that you're doing your taxes, make sure that everything that you're doing is of excellence. We all want to, be well off for our families, for ourselves, and for the community that we serve. I enjoy being on Facebook, socializing with some of the new people that I come across who are being a part of my business venture. I salute you and I appreciate you that are following me on my different businesses that I posted out there. I appreciate all of those who support me on my other social media aspects of Instagram or my main webpage. I just thank you. I mean, I don't have a script to tell nobody thank you. It's just genuinely just giving that. And I love to see people want to see others win, and it's not a competition, because we all have a target population that we can reach, and then we can maintain and we can supply the demand if we all just come together to show support to one another. So I said all of that to say, if you continue to tune into the podcast, I ask you, if you haven't done so, to follow, to also share it on your social media network. And take a look at the products and services that I do provide, and it may be something that is feasible for you. It may be feasible not now, but down the line to the near future. I do speaking events. I do workshops. I do conferences, motivational speaking. And to break down some of those things, I have a book that was self-published book that was released on Amazon called Damaged Good, My Journey. And that book is really based off of my survivor story, growing up in a household of abuse and the trauma that I've experienced through sexual assault, domestic violence, watching my parents go through domestic violence, and the generational curses that I put myself in breaking. I want to break the chains on those things. But in this book itself, it talks about me surviving the most horrific thing that could happen to anyone. And that was being blindfolded, shot, and left for dead, thrown in the trunk. And I survived it. And to survive something so horrific when they thought I was dead, and I survived, the story is one that I could share that people just still find it unbelievable till today, of how that actually, how did you do that? How do you find yourself moving forward? The resilience, the will, the strong will of God, the grace of God's favor to allow me to be merciful, to not die in that situation, but to become a vessel and purposeful in this walk of life that I have. And it'll be 18 years. So if you are able to go on over to Amazon and purchase the book, it actually, all proceeds go towards my outreach of Sound the Alarm Outreach, which is an outreach to support anyone who have been a victim of domestic violence. I'm a victim's advocate. I'm a court advocate. I advocate for social justice. I make sure that everyone has a fair hearing, that they do not be abused by the laws that are in place. No, I am not an attorney, but I have studied. Because of my case that had taken place on me, it allowed me to find the different things that could be supportive to my journey of healing. When I had to go to court and testify against someone who I thought that loved me, and it was my word against theirs, because they got rid of the evidence of the vehicle, they got rid of the evidence of the gun, and I walk around today with the gun the bullet fragments in my chest, because they can't take the bullet out because it's better in than trying to go in and take it out. So I walk with the reminder that I'm a survivor, and I'm thriving today to let others know that you can live again. But what does that look like? I don't go around to blame the person who actually did it, because I was involved with them. But what I do know, that justice has been served for them and what has taken place. And all of this is in the book, Damaged Goods, My Journey. Now, what's going to be coming up, approaching towards our 2021, and I know that we are already just in 2020, I'm working on my next project, and it is to really educate and give healthy tools and motivational aspects on how do you get through your everyday. I did suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I still do. But at that point in time, when you are in an incident like that, you do suffer from different traumas, triggers, anxieties, depression. I once was on medication. And see, I'm telling you all of this to understand that I'm making myself to be transparent, to know why I'm doing what I'm doing and why did I get into this role of now being an entrepreneur. One, I got to take care of my family. Two, I did not survive for all of this to be about me. It is actually to be able to serve others, to let them know and make them aware that if this is happening to you, there is an exit plan. There is a purpose for your life, and you do not have to subject yourself to those things that tries to keep you down. And that topic, when I go on self-care, will be on our motivational midday Wednesday push. You can go about our self-care, self-awareness. And then on Thursday, I do talk a little bit more on domestic violent cases and the homicidal rate that has taken place and the suicide that comes with it, and the aftermath that our family members who are survivors of watching their loved one survive or not survive still deals with that trauma of today. So there are different topics that I will be elaborating on, but going back on talking about the business, I ask you to go on Amazon. You can find it on ataraestes.com, and you can go on the shop link, and it will take you to that product, and you will be transferred over to the Amazon site as well. And while you're on that shop site, not only do we have my book that you can purchase, and remember, when you purchase anything from the book, all proceeds going towards me to be able to continue to go out here and reach shelters and girls and boys and women and anyone who needs to hear the message of how you can live again. It's more of a self-help that I focus on. The work that I do on an everyday basis of awareness, the work that I do now is reentry work. And a lot of people would not ever thought that I would have been going into this line of work. But I believe in hurt people. So I want to be able to heal people. And that is my quest and my journey in doing the outreach and motivational speaking, which is STAO radio show on Thursday. But I also have STAO radio show on its own iTunes set radio station and Spotify as well. So if you're interested in hearing more on awareness and survivor story, and we do go deep in that topic, please follow that page as well on Sound the Alarm Outreach on my Facebook as well. And you can follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter page. STAO Radio Show is on Twitter. So I'm trying to get a message out on showing you how you can live again. I'm not telling you. I'm going to show you, and you will be able to take that and tweak it to what would be beneficial for you. Everything don't work for everybody, but there is a way out. There is a way forward. And I would rather look in my rearview mirror to look at how far I've come than to miss what's in front of me. and what's before me. So plant those seeds because it's going towards a good cause. And then we'll go over to what is my new business venture. I've gotten back into travel industry because I love to travel. I do a lot of traveling with my work, doing presentations. I go out as a public health, community health worker, and I go and share about the criminal justice aspects of reentry, the diversion programs that are in place in our St. Louis region, and I go into the jails and I talk to our youth of our young adults, rather 18 to 26-year-olds, and many others that are beyond that age. But that's our target population, and it allows me to travel to do a lot of things. So within that travel that I love to do, I love to some R&R. When I get done working, I want to relax. I want to really embrace, the fruits of my labor. So I purposely did this to have self-care. I want to take trips. I want to do getaways. So what I did was joined a travel agency that allows me to be able to book these trips and be able to get away. And I actually will be launching my Airbnb in Vegas. For those who want to take a trip to Vegas, you'll be able to rent my resort whenever you visit in Vegas. But in the meantime, you're able to book your getaways on my website. So if you see a trip getaway package that you enjoy, click on that link. The discount referral is at the top. You will put those numbers in when you're making your purchase. And we have some great getaways that are taking place right now. They got a President's Day sale that is going on that says choose your destination for only $59 package and get back $50. Who wouldn't want something back if they only have to pay $59? So it's a 3-day, 2-night, and you can pick the package wherever you want to go. I can choose Orlando, I can choose Branson, Myrtle Beach, Williamsburg, the list goes on. It will take the best availability. If we can probably plan something together, I would love to plan a girls trip. But I'm going to say you all need to plan a girls trip. You all need to plan something for your family. You all need to plan something for the summer for you and your kids to get away, to have a great time. And that's what I do. I did Vegas last year. I had my youngest with me, and we stayed at the Westgate Resort. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. And we plan to go back, which that's what it's all about. Enjoying your time, creating those memories. And to say that we also have going on a 3-day, 2-night Orlando Resort getaway for $59. So if you are interested in those getaway packages, and I'm just sharing just a little bit so I can kind of flow through and touch on the other businesses that are taking place. We have more on the website. So if you on ataraestes.com, go to shop, and you will see the link that will show you Estes Worldwide Travel. Click on that link. It will take you to the main website, and you will see the different package deals that are available that you will not be sorry. They're pretty nice. And if you are looking for the package deal that I just promoted, you will find that on Estes Worldwide Travel on Facebook. That's my business page for that site. Anytime I come up and post deals, it would probably be mainly on that site, so you can get straight to that link. So I'm excited to be traveling, and I'm planning a trip to Memphis this July. Not only am I planning a trip to Memphis, I think that's around my family reunion time. And I don't know how many of you participate with family reunions, but I look forward to mine. I look forward to spending time with family, doing things historically, creating memories, learning so much about one another when we live in all different states. So if you're into traveling, I would recommend that you check out Estes Worldwide Travel and get away. And soon I will be making dates available about my Airbnb, my luxury resort. It is beautiful, and I can't wait to share those accommodations with you all. And then I would love to definitely get your feedback on how the resort treated you. And just as well, going back on if you purchase my book, Damaged Goods, My Journey on Amazon, please leave a review. I would love to hear back what you thought about the book, because as I get ready to self-publish my next one, I take a lot of that into consideration on how to enhance and make sure I'm touching on the very details of what you all may want to hear more of in this next book. So to get more conversation from you all would be beneficial to know what I need to enhance and address. And that even goes for my travel business. I don't know where I need to enhance in areas until you all, the consumer, let me know that you would like to see something promoted. You would like to see other things kind of highlighted. I don't know. So this is where I want to hear from you in order to know how to enhance it on this podcast. On today's topic is I'm a businessman, so I want to be the best at my business. And the only way I can do that is from consumers who are tuning in and who are interested in buying products and services to my business. And we also have we're going to be shedding some light and put the spotlight on your events. If you are interested in having your events aired, promoted on this podcast, I am definitely interested in sharing what you do. Send your short bio of your business. And we will definitely play it and air it on our next show to give you the spotlight on what you are doing in the community that you're serving. Go to Atara CE Bookings at gmail.com. I might change that email, but right now that's the email that is more feasible at this appointed time, which is Atara CE Bookings at gmail.com. If you would like your business spotlighted on the podcast to give others a chance to follow you and support you, that's what this podcast, today's show, is all about. We're going to spotlight you, not just me talking about all of what I'm doing, because it's a shared process. It's just shared business. If you support me, I definitely want to support you. And that is what it's all about. I want to spotlight your businesses, your events, and what's coming up next. I joined this on Facebook. I don't know how many of you all are a part of organizations, clubs, board members of any such. I didn't grow up in that era to be affiliated, fortunate enough to be affiliated with any one particular organization, because I felt some sort of way at one point in time in my life that it wasn't real support. And maybe that was because of an event that happened that kind of made me fall back and not want to open up my heart in that aspect. But I want to share with you about this one club, because I am definitely changed version of myself. That was several years ago when I was so secluded off to myself due to the trauma that had taken place, that I closed myself off from the entire world, and I couldn't let anyone in, even if they was kicking down the door. I just wouldn't let people into my space. But I come to find out that you need support more than you need that secluded aspect of yourself. You can be sitting up there trying to reach the top of that mountain, but I can tell you this: you need somebody to help motivate you. You need somebody to hold you accountable on some things when you're trying to reach the top of whatever that purpose is that you're trying to strive for. You cannot do this alone. And I would definitely challenge anyone to hear me under the sound of my voice to say that if you are in your own business, or even if you work in a regular job, or if you attend church, or whatever it is that you want to be a part of, and you can't find your way, your niche, your flow, or you're uncertain about things, open up. Open up. Open yourself to the possibility that is good for you. You have to know how to attract the good to you. You don't always have to be fearful to attract the bad things. I have been attracted to this one club that has changed my entire world. And I know these founders of this organization. These women are awesome. They're called the Billionaires Club. It's a women's club. We are a part of evolution. I promise you, I've never seen so many women come on one page in a short period of time to feel so supported like they have never had it before. So I don't think I'm by myself when I say this. But the Billionaires Club is one that I don't think that the women realized that when they started this, that it was going to take off like this. And these women are about servitude. I've been around these women looking from the sideline. I was feeling a certain way, looking and watching and observing them for some years to see, was this real? Was this really real? They have such a tight sisterhood. Now, I don't know if that sisterhood is expanded to everyone else who's a part of the club now, but I would tell you this: Tiffany Martin, Dallas Holland, and all the rest of the ladies who are part of the founders, they are real. They are real. They are real, authentic women of God. And when they put their heart and mind and soul and spirit into something, they are genuine. They have, Tiffany Martin has played a definite close part with me and my family. Very genuine family members. They are about family. And that's what they make you feel, that when you're a part of, even though it's called club, it's a family. And I hope whoever is a part of this really look at opening yourself up. And I'm speaking for myself, of opening yourself up to other entrepreneurs that is striving to do the exact same thing. And that's win. You can't win by yourself. You can't do this all by yourself. So why not open up your heart and allow the support to come in? So that is my spiel. I joined. I was actually invited, so I didn't join on my own. You have to be invited in order to be a part of this club that is now has so many women. I mean, 1,000, 10,000, 11,000. I mean, the numbers keep jumping. So I don't even know how those ladies are going to be able to keep up with so much that is happening. And it's not just within St. Louis area. It is hitting worldwide. I mean, it is really expanded itself. And I pray to keep it covered, that it will not get tarnished, that it will definitely be what God has called it to be, because a woman like me needs women like them. And if you are a woman who's listening to this podcast and you have a Facebook page and you would like to be a part of the Billionaires Club, I would say inbox me so I can invite you in on that page. It is a wonderful, wonderful sisterhood. Wonderful sisterhood to have the support, to know that you have support on your side and you are not alone. So I definitely going to continue opening my mouth to get myself where I need to be. And I would ask you all that if you have not gotten your business plan together, and you want to go into business, they are offering someone who has their business plan and different things ready to start their business. They're going to bless one person. I think the deadline is coming up by next week. If you get the chance to be a part of that website, that club, and you get to see the advertisement and you are ready to start your business, I would ask you all to submit it. I'm not ready yet, but I'm about to get my stuff together this year to get my business plan. See, I have a business going, but it's not structured on a business plan. I have some other things that I have to get together, and that's a financial component to whereas all of my banking affairs, because it's a business, but my business plan has to be very specific to what I'm trying to do so I can launch it on an even bigger aspect, because I plan to have employees under me. I plan to employ people. I plan to actually share this about so I can have a bigger platform to actually serve a bigger community. So I have some things that I have a vision for. Will I be sharing it right now? It's coming. I'm putting it on paper. I'm making it plain. So I'm going to tell you all, if you have your business plan and all those things together, go to the Billionaires Club, find out the deadline, submit your things into them, and see if you will be that one that they sow that seed to help you get your business started. I think it's a chance of a lifetime to see someone who is willing not to ask you for nothing other than to make sure your stuff is in excellence. If your stuff is in order, why not step out? Step up and step out. Or step out and step up, whichever way it gotta come. But the blessing is waiting on you, is all that I'm saying. This is something that I've been waiting for a long time, to see people are genuinely offering something to you and not asking for nothing other than you to be ready. Wow. You don't have to go to no bank. You don't have to be indebted to anybody. That's the walk that I want. I want to be debt free for everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm touching. I want to be debt free. I don't want to owe nobody nothing. I want to be able to pay my bills. I want to be able to invest. I want to be able to have my stocks, my bonds. I want to be able to do some things. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a business man. And I want you all to be able to be having your business together. Get it together. Let's get this together. Let's get this together. Let's get this together. So let's see. Let's move forward because time is winding down. And I did not expect to be on here this long, but I did want to go over the 15 minutes that I did last week, because I need you to stay in tune to know that as I go each week, I'm going to dive in deeper to just definitely make this be about, not all about me, but I have to advertise about me in order to be able to advertise about everybody else. So if we got an understanding with that, do not forget to follow. If you're not following this podcast is one that I know is a best component for me to be able to not keep how I feel or the businesses that I have obtained in my walk right now, that I get a chance to let you all know what is going on and how you can book me to come to speak to your young youth, your teens. My target audience for the teens would be the young ladies, because I reach the women, the young girls, the women at a aspect of giving them self-love, self-awareness, letting them know that they're self-esteem and they're valuable. I've gone through, I'm in a series of singleness. So I want to be able to talk on that, because for some reason, being a businesswoman, I find that being single, you are subject to a lot of prey. They prey upon you because you are single. And if you are a single mother, they really come to you, and I'm talking about those who see you as being more vulnerable because they think you're fragile and they think you're feeling weak, or, you just need somebody to give you some R&R. And I'm not here for that. I want to be able to show to demonstrate, to give an example like I have done my daughters, to let you know you're valuable, you're special. You do not have to settle for any okie doke. You do not have to settle for some mojo coming with some quick scheme trying to tell you that you got to do this in order to get that. If you go around supportive people, they will protect you from the praise of the enemy. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. Singleness is one that it is a good thing, but it's one that needs to be protected. You do not have to settle just because you are single. And you don't have to look like it is a curse because you are single. When you walking in your singleness, if you are single like myself, I'm not saying you got a boyfriend. I'm not saying, you can't have those things. I'm talking about when you have to get your best version back in place. You have to heal to be whole. In order to be a whole person, you have to work on yourself to be what you need to be for yourself before you can be anything to someone else. So I have those type of workshops that I do with young girls, with young women, with I do a topic with men, but I also bring men into my workshops to kind of give that balance and that perspective, because I do not leave my men out. I do not like to leave our men, because our boys are growing to be men. And if you don't teach them how to respect women, they're going to grow up and they're going to do the same repeated thing, and it's not going to get them anywhere. So I talk to men as well as the women, but my main focus would be young girls, young youth, and adults. But my target population would be the women, but I do talk to the men. And I would bring men with me because it's always a conversation to have a balance. If you have men in the audience, you want to have a balance to where you're reaching everyone. If it's all women, hey, I got that. I want to be able to talk to other women like myself to let us know you don't have to deal with just anything. Don't nobody have to just say anything to you to get you to do something. You don't have to settle. You can wait until God bless you with the finances to get your bill paid. You don't have to settle short trying to get that bill paid. I understand some people say, I got to do what I got to do, but what it's going to cost you to do what you got to do if you settle for that. So if my lights have to get cut off, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be cut off because I didn't do something right. Not because I settled and then I got something held over my head and I got to continue subjecting myself to something like that. So my women's workshop, Sound the Alarm Outreach, is a youth ministry for young adults to get redirected in their practices, trauma informed, and it just redirects some bad learned behavior to let them reevaluate those things, to pick up new tools to apply them to themselves. Mental health component is another expertise that I have. I'm not a therapist, but I come with therapeutic measures, and I also be able to relate because I have a child that has gone through all of these components that I'm able to share out to help someone to understand you have options. What are those options? How do you manage that? But I always want to let you know there is a way to get out. There is a way to live better. There is another way. We just have to know how to reach out and say, I need the help. So book me, Atara Estes, Atara CE bookings at gmail.com. You can go on my website and book me for my services. I have not started a one-on-one workshop. I'm actually going around St. Louis right now doing workshops. But if you would like for me to do trauma-informed workshops, you can request me to travel to your area if it's feasible. The workshops are free if you're doing with the trauma-informed. They're free workshops, but you have to give me enough notice so it can be some sort of accommodation. The workshop is free, but there has to be some travel plans that you have to be willing to pay to provide if I'm coming to your area. So we have to understand what that looks like and where that is going. So if you would like to book me for the different workshops that I will begin to clarify on my website of what it is that I'm offering, so you all can know which one is feasible for your group of people that you would like for me to come and speak to. So ataraestes.com, I'm on there. help me to get this word out on how to live again, how to move forward, how to heal, and how to prevent some of the things that people go through when they are traumatized. So I think I've said a mouthful in a short period of time. I just love everything about the services that I provide. And if you are looking for support, please share it on my email, and I will get back with you on how I'm going or when I'm going to share it, and I will be posting it on my social media sites that I'm sharing out your events and I'm sharing out your businesses. I think that's what the best thing that we can do is start sharing one another's information on our page. And I know it's not to force anybody to buy or anything, but just compel. Hey, I'm sharing, and that's how I'm going to be selling you all to see who is interested in jumping on board. So you do it your way on how you support me, and I'm going to do it my way on how I support you, because I believe in making sure that, and even so, I want to be able to support you as well. Not just advertising, but I would love to purchase things from you all that is to my liking. I don't want to just be purchasing, but if I have to, I would do that. I think it's all about the support and letting people know I purchased this. And matter of fact, I may think about doing that to put it on my live show. Your purchase of your products and services, that I want to be able to show it on my YouTube channel. So I may have an avenue. I may have to reconsider what I just said. I start purchasing things from you all, I may have something to let others know when I'm hosting I'm a businessman, that I'm doing my podcast and my live. Yeah, I think I got something for you all. Let's do that. I'm going to be purchasing from a few of you all, and I'll be able to share it on my next podcast, and I'll be showing it on my YouTube channel. And we're going to get ready to see some things happen for us in 2020. That's what it's all about. I aim to please. In 2020, I'm reaching high, and I want you to reach high. Just reach for the mark of the high calling. Don't let nobody take your shine away from you. This is your year. You make things be the way you want it to be. Put your vision board up. Hold on to your vision. Make it be what you need it to be. Don't let nothing, nobody tear you around, turn you down. Manage your time. Do all that you need to do in your business. This is your business. This is not the company's business. This is something that you have to take very serious. Manage your time well. Make sure you organize what that looks like. And trust me, you sow enough seeds out there, you shall reap a harvest. So I thank you for being a part of this segment of Making a Mark on I'm a Businessman with Atara Estes. I look forward to talking with you all on tomorrow when we talk about community health workers and what it looks like for them, because we have a conference that's coming up, and I really need some attendees in the building to share their products and services. So I got something for you all. Just be in tune. Follow, share, buy, do all the wonderful things. But until next time, be good to yourself and to one another. Be blessed.